Hello everyone, my dear friends. I'm Roberta, and today I wish to share with you a truth that has been my constant companion throughout my 96 years. The power of the present is one of the most transformative tools available. Living in the moment is truly living. It's not just passing through days but embracing each moment with total awareness and appreciation. In my youth, like many, I often found myself entangled in the regrets of the past and anxieties of the future. I was so preoccupied with what had been and what had not yet happened that the current moment simply slipped through my fingers like grains of sand. Over time, I understood that worrying about the past I cannot change or fearing the future that has not yet arrived only robs me of the peace and joy of the present moment. I recall a particularly clear afternoon, sitting in the garden, eyes lost in the tangle of everyday life. That's when I noticed a small bird bathing at the edge of a fountain. It was such a simple, common act, and yet, in that moment, I felt extraordinary beauty. That little creature was completely absorbed in the pleasure of the present, with no worries about yesterday or tomorrow. It was a revelation. Since that day, I've strived to live like that little bird, finding joy and peace in small moments, in the beauty of the ordinary. This way of living doesn't eliminate challenges or difficulties, but it changes how we face them. When we live in the now, our problems don't seem so overwhelming because we are fully engaged in the present. We don't carry the weight of the past or anticipate the stress of the future. We are here, and that is enough. I've shared this wisdom with many over the years and seen how it transforms lives. A young neighbor, burdened by loss and grief, found solace in the daily pleasures, in the laughter of her children, in the warmth of the sun on her face. With each present moment embraced, she reclaimed a bit more of herself, found a bit more peace. A friend facing a serious illness found in the now a strength and clarity he had never experienced. Instead of worrying about what the future might bring, he focused on the beauty and love available each day he lived. Living in the now is an art, a practice that requires commitment and awareness, but I assure you, the fruits reaped from this practice are invaluable. I invite you to try, to set aside a moment each day to be truly present, to appreciate what you have here and now. You will see how worries diminish, how life becomes richer, and how you, my dear friends, transform into more peaceful and centered beings. In each present moment you embrace, you will find a path to a fuller life and deeper peace. Additionally, let's talk about resilience, the ability to face and overcome challenges, a wisdom I've accumulated over my life. We aren't born with it, it's forged in the fire of trials and nurtured in the waters of experience. Learning to be resilient is learning to dance with life, to move gracefully through its twists and turns, its ups and downs. Throughout my life, I've faced moments I thought would break me, lived through losses that left me breathless, changes that shook my world, and yet, here I am, not just surviving but thriving. Resilience has been my ally in these times, a silent strength that allowed me to rise each time I fell. Allow me to share how you can learn and strengthen this resilience. First, it's essential to recognize and accept the reality of the situation. Facing the truth, however difficult, is the first step in overcoming any challenge. Once we accept what we cannot change, we are free to focus on what we can influence. Next, look back at your own stories. Each of you has overcome difficulties before. Remember how you did it, what helped, what you learned. These past experiences are your tools to build a resilient mindset. Don't underestimate the power of your own journey. Each challenge overcome is a lesson learned, a stone in the foundation of your resilience. Another crucial aspect is adaptability, the ability to adjust to life's changes. Life rarely follows a predictable script, and our ability to adapt to its unexpected changes is a measure of our resilience. Practice mental flexibility, seek creative solutions, and keep an open mind to new possibilities. Adaptability isn't about compromising your principles or desires but finding alternative paths to your goals. Furthermore, surrounding yourself with a supportive community is vital. Humans are inherently social, and our strength often comes from the connections we have with others. In times of difficulty, don't underestimate the power of a kind word, an understanding ear, or a shoulder to lean on. At the same time, be that source of support for others. By helping others, you strengthen your own resilience. Last but not least, maintain hope and optimism. The vision you have of the future can be a powerful source of strength. Visualize overcoming your challenges. Imagine a future where you have grown and learned from your current experiences. Hope is not an illusion, it's a tool for survival and growth. My dear friends, resilience is not something achieved overnight, it's a journey, a continuous process of learning and adapting. But with every step you take, with every challenge you face and overcome, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. And remember, at the heart of resilience is the unwavering belief in yourselves and the ability to overcome whatever life presents. May these pieces of advice serve as a guide, and may your journey towards resilience lead you to a fuller and more enriching life. Let's move on to another important aspect of our lives, building authentic and meaningful relationships. This has been one of the greatest sources of joy and strength in my long life. Relationships are the fabric that sews our lives together, providing support, love, and meaning. It's not just about being surrounded by people but cultivating deep and authentic connections, based on empathy, open communication, and mutual respect. Empathy is the heart of any genuine relationship. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, to see the world through their eyes. When we practice empathy, we connect in a deeper and more meaningful way with others. It allows us to understand their struggles and joys, strengthening the bond between us. Open communication is another essential pillar for building strong relationships. Many conflicts and misunderstandings arise simply from a lack of communication or the inability to communicate effectively. Speaking and, more importantly, truly listening can completely transform our relationships. Don't be afraid to express your thoughts, but also give space and validation to others. Through open communication, we can create an environment of trust and mutual understanding. Mutual respect is the foundation on which all lasting relationships are built. Respecting someone means valuing their feelings, thoughts, and experiences as much as we value our own. In my 90 years, I've seen relationships flourish wonderfully where there is mutual respect, and I've seen others crumble where this respect is lacking. Treat others with the consideration and dignity they deserve, and you will find that your relationships become richer and more rewarding. Now, I encourage you to look at your own relationships, assess how you can improve the connections you already have, and be open to forming new ones. It's never too late to mend a broken bridge or build a new one. And as you embark on this process, don't forget to be authentic, to be yourselves with all your imperfections and quirks. The strongest relationships are those where we can truly be ourselves. In authenticity, empathy, open communication, and mutual respect, we find the keys to building and maintaining relationships that not only endure but also enrich our lives in unimaginable ways. May each of you experience the beauty and joy of authentic and meaningful connections, and may these bonds provide the strength, love, and support that we all deserve. Now, let's delve into the art of gratitude and forgiveness. These are simple practices that, while theoretically uncomplicated, have the power to radically transform our lives. Practicing gratitude shifts our perspective, leading us to appreciate what we have instead of lamenting what is lacking. It helps us see the world not as a place of scarcity but as a space full of abundance. When we are grateful, everyday problems become less overwhelming, and we find joy in the simplest pleasures. On the other hand, forgiveness is an act of liberation. Holding on to resentment is like holding a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else, but in the end, it is we who get burned. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the harm done to us, it means freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and paving the way for a more peaceful and positive life. Forgiving others, and perhaps more challenging, forgiving ourselves, frees us from the chains of the past and allows us to move toward a future of renewal and growth. Allow me to suggest some simple exercises to incorporate gratitude and forgiveness into your daily life. When you wake up in the morning, take a moment to reflect on at least 3 things you are grateful for, whether it's something significant like your health or something small like a warm cup of coffee. Write down these gratitudes and observe how this small morning ritual can change your attitude throughout the day. As for forgiveness, start by acknowledging the feelings you have towards the person or situation you want to forgive. Then, when you feel ready, make a conscious act of releasing those feelings. This can be done through meditation, writing a letter that will never be sent, or simply saying aloud, "I choose to forgive." Remember that forgiveness is a continuous process, not a one-time event. Be patient and kind to yourselves as you progress along this path. Dear viewers, as we bid farewell for today, I encourage you to carry these reflections with you and practice gratitude and forgiveness in your daily lives. Observe how, gradually, your lives will transform, leading you to greater happiness, satisfaction, and peace. If you have found value in our conversations and wish to continue this journey together, I invite you to subscribe. By doing so, you will not only receive more wisdom and guidance but also join a community of like-minded souls, all of us seeking to grow, learn, and find beauty in every moment. Until next time, keep practicing the art of gratitude and forgiveness, and remember that every step you take is a step towards a fuller and more harmonious life. Take good care of yourselves, and see you soon.